Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this presentation of Wavestone's Q1 2025-26 fiscal year revenue. I'm Tess Lawrence, Financial Communications Officer at Wavestone, and tonight I am pleased to welcome the co-founder and CEO of Wavestone, Pascal Imbert. Hello, Pascal.
Hello, Tess. Hello, everyone.
Laurent Stoupy, CFO of Wavestone. Hello, Laurent.
Hello, Tess. Hello, everybody.
And with the presence of Karsten Hoffner, Deputy CEO. Hello, Karsten.
Hi, everybody.
And with that, Laurent, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Tess. Let me begin by presenting Wavestone business activity for the first quarter of fiscal year 2025-26, covering the period from April 1st to June 30th, 2025. During this period, Wavestone generated consolidated revenue of 231.5 million euros, down slightly by 0.4% compared with the first quarter of the previous fiscal year. As a reminder, Wavestone consolidated the French consulting firm Wavestone on June 1st, 2025. At constant scope and a forex basis, Q1 revenue has decreased by 0.6%. We noted there was an unfavorable working day impact of minus 0.7% in Q1. This result is aligned with the firm's expectations for the period. Now let's look at the operational indicators for the first quarter. In line with previous months, the utilization rate remains under pressure during the first quarter. It stood at 71% versus 73% for the last fiscal year. The average daily rate stood at 944 euros over Q1, a slight increase of 0.5% compared with the 939 euros observed during the previous fiscal year. Regarding business development, the order book stood at 4.3 months of work at the end of June, versus 4.2 at the end of March 2025 and 4.3 1 year earlier. On June 30th, 2025, Wavestone had 6,130 employees, including 98 from Wavestone, compared with 6,076 at the end of the 2024-25 fiscal year. On June 30th, 2025, and on a rolling 12 months basis, the staff turnover rate was 12%, stable compared with the previous fiscal year. As was announced at the beginning of the fiscal year, Wavestone maintains a cautious and selective approach to recruitment, especially as the turnover remains low. I will now hand over to Pascal.
Thank you, Laurent. During the quarter, Wavestone acquired Wavestone, a French consulting firm specializing in product management. Founded in 2019 amid accelerating digital and agile transformation across the business world, Wavestone mission is to support its client digital and e-commerce departments in the design and launch of digital, data, and AI products. With around 100 employees, Wavestone achieved a turnover of 11.5 million euros in 2024, with an adjusted EBITDA margin of 7%. Wavestone has acquired 100% of Wavestone share capital. The purchase price stood at 11.5 million euros in enterprise value, to which an additional amount of up to 4.5 million euros may be added, subject to Wavestone growth and profitability progress in the 2 years to come. This acquisition is very recent, but synergies are already evident and promising. The Wavestone and Wavestone teams are integrating well and are beginning to achieve joint successes with companies such as Accor, Air Liquide, Chanel, or even Saint-Gobain. These successes illustrate what we want to achieve with Wavestone: to bring Wavestone expertise to our clients' digital departments in order to position Wavestone as a leading player in the creation of digital and AI products. To return to our 25-26 fiscal year perspectives, these come at a time when the environment remains changing. The first quarter continues the trend set by the previous fiscal year, one marked by a wait-and-see attitude from decision makers, marked also by project delays and even in some cases by project cancellations. sectoral trends remains overall consistent with those observed since the beginning of 2025. Although recently, the transport sector has been showing signs of a slowdown, whereas the energy sector has a continuous positive trend and in fact continues to strengthen. Regarding offerings, cybersecurity, cloud, and SAP continue to show good momentum, and AI remains definitely the hot topic, with the first deployment at scale being realized at some of our major clients. Regionally, the market environment remains overall demanding in all Wavestone geographies, except in North America, where demand maintains the good momentum observed since the end of 2024. Despite the changing context I just described, we reaffirm our objectives outlined at the beginning of June. As a reminder, these objectives are to achieve a positive organic growth in 25-26 compared with last year's revenue, and to generate a recurring operating margin of more than 13%. These objectives are calculated on a constant Forex basis, excluding Wavestone and any new acquisition. That covers the commentary on our figures for the quarter and our outlook. Thank you all for attending this conference call. Let me remind you that our next meeting will take place on October 30th for the publication of our 25-26 H1 revenue. Until then, I wish you a very good summer. Goodbye all.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.